was too cool for me. I think we can all agree on that. So I didn't find out about emo till I was in high school. Anybody else high school emo? Yeah? One person? Everybody else like I know what you're talking about. What are we here for? Thought this was improv. Ask for a suggestion already. I didn't find out about emo, and the way I found out about emo is because somebody pointed, they're like, hey, emo guy. And I was like, what? What's happening? They were like, your glasses, emo. I was like, nope, just can't see well. That's me. Like, because that's what emo did. Emo made handicap a fashion statement. That's what, like I had people around me who were like, I wish I could wear glasses. I'm like, okay, sure, all right, sure you do. I started attending those shows though. I go to like a lot of hardcore shows and a lot of emo shows, so I got to see very different scenes and how they interact. Like hardcore shows, if you've never been to one, very fun, very energetic. There's a kid probably wearing a gas mask for some reason, and then like kids dressed like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And like usually two of them are arguing, they're like, no, I'm Leonardo. I'm the leader. I'm doing this. And you're like, there's a band on stage, shut up. And then there's usually like a sermon on unity at some point, and then like an hour later people are fighting. That's how that works. The best part is like you leave the show feeling like you can take on the world because your bros are behind you. Like it's great. Emo show is very different. It's not about unity, it's all about you and your problems. And the worst thing that can happen is somebody starts talking about Sylvia Plath to you. You're like, what are you reading? I don't care. This band, right now, this is where I'm at. And then at the end of the show, you feel like the only person left in the world, and that girl still won't talk to you. Still? Still won't talk to you, you're the last person there. Who else is you gonna talk to, that rock? Come on. The worst thing that ever happened at an emo show was my friend told me, he's like, hey man, you're gonna have to find another ride home. I'm just really feeling that dashboard confessional thing, and I think I'm coming through a major breakthrough. I was like, what? We're 3 hours away from where I live. I don't know how to get home, okay? I liked a lot of the 90s emo bands, like, and the fun thing about those bands was that like none of them sounded alike because nobody was really certain what emo was. Like, if you went to an emo show and a guy just walked on stage with an organ and a harmonica player and then like a jazz, like saxophone player, you were just like, I guess this is what it is. I guess this is what we're all doing right now. Like, I had a friend who was like, hey, do you like the band Karate? I was like, I don't know who they are. Any Karate fans here? Don't worry, you're not the minority here. You're just with everybody else. He was like, Karate, they're like a jazz emo band. I was like, oh, is that what we were waiting for? Like, I've never listened to jazz, but like, ugh, I wish a white guy was scatting over this. That's where it would be. I would love that. I remember all the emo bands in the 90s, like, it was bands like Get Up Kids, Say It's the Day, Braid. Those all sound like apps now. But at the time, we were like, those are our bands. Like, if the Get Up Kids were around now, like, their name would be the app for, like, Lyft. It'd be like a Lyft app. Because they had that lyric, 10 minutes to downtown is 10 minutes too far. You're like, that's my brand. I like it. Getting on that. It was weird to go to those shows because, like, for a while, you really related to the bands because they talked about being socially insecure, not being able to talk to the person they were in love with, and you're like, these guys probably have a solution. And then you go to the shows and you're like, no, they just know how to play guitar. That's all that's happening right now. Nothing? Okay. And then it's even weirder now to see them like as adults when they go on these like reading tours. You're like, what are you doing now? You're like married, you have kids. You're like, no, I work at like the Gap. Thinking about going back to college to get a degree in IT or something. Like that's, you're like, oh, okay. But I still love those bands though, Like I still love that music to the point where like I tried running to an Elliott Smith album, and that was a bad idea. Like, for those who know who Elliott Smith is, he was a singer-songwriter who mostly sang songs about heroin abuse and women who were thinly veiled metaphors for heroin abuse. Like all the women are named Carolyn. I'm like, we get it. We get it, man. That's fine. But anyways, guys, that's my time. Thanks so much.